Yo, what's up guys? My name is Hi Fam and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I help you become more confident, outgoing, and athletic. In today's video, what we're going to be talking about is bulking. Yes, bulking. What I mean by bulking is putting on weight, putting on muscle.
Wait, Ty, you're supposed to get down to 12% body fat.
Don't remind me. And here's the thing, I've been in a deficit for a while now. I would drop down from like my heaviest of like this year and last year at 150 down to 135. Now I'm hanging around like 140-ish, 142-ish, and I felt really good. And don't get me wrong, like I got really amazing results from fasting, prolonged fasting, and just being in a caloric deficit. And here's the thing, like I wasn't able to get down to 12% body fat this year, but I was able to break down my plateaus, which I haven't been able to do for a long time, and I'm super happy with it. I'm nowhere close to my ideal physique, but dude, I have to take 2 steps back to make 1 step forward. And not to say that bulking is 2 steps going backwards, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually gonna be moving forward with bulking, because bulking is gonna help me put on more size and more muscle that's gonna help me burn more body fat. So bulking, what is bulking? If you're new to bodybuilding, if you're new to putting on weight, if you're new to just getting into fitness, bulking is pretty much the phase of when you just eat in a caloric surplus or caloric maintenance and to put on size. The main goal of bulking is to build more muscle, get jacked, and just to get a little bit heavier. Now, I did a bulking phase in my career maybe twice. The first time was when I was a noob. You know what I mean? I didn't know anything about fitness. I didn't know anything about bulking, cutting, bodybuilding. I just ate whatever I could to gain size. I was 125 pounds and then I bulked for about a year or two and got up to 140, 145. And I put on a lot of size for someone who's only 5'5". That was probably the best time of my life where I put on a lot of size. The next bulking phase I did was when I was in college. Now, I intentionally bulked up from like 150 to 180. And I put on a lot of size. That was probably the time where I put on a lot of muscle, but I also put on a lot of body fat. 180 pounds is a bunch of weight on my frame. I was sluggish, I was lazy, I couldn't even dance. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't an athlete, but I was super strong. I was able to dumbbell bench press almost 100 pounds. Like, dude, I was super strong, but I had to cut down. I was tired of being fat. Bro, I had a muffin top. You could tell from my photos and the way I danced, I was heavy. I was done with it. So I cut down to 150, 145 pounds, and now I would say I'm probably at my best starting point for a bulk. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to get into a bulk, which I haven't done in like 3 to 4 years. So today's video, I'm gonna go over 5 tips that I'm gonna be using personally for bulking and things that you can apply if you're new to bodybuilding, if you're new to bulking and cutting. This is gonna be a great starting place if you're trying to get more muscle and more size. So the first thing that you need to do in order to put on size, put on muscle, is being in a caloric surplus. If you're not eating enough food and getting enough protein, dude, there's no way in hell you're gonna be putting on size. So what I'm gonna be doing is actually increasing my protein intake from 0.8 grams per pound of body weight to 1 gram to 1.2 grams per pound of lean body weight. So I'm actually gonna be eating around 130 grams to 150 grams of protein every single day to make sure that I'm having enough protein to promote muscle growth and also helping me repair all the muscle tissue that I damaged during my workouts. So tip number 2 to having a successful bulking season is focusing on performance. Now, what I mean by performance, I mean by increasing the weight that you're lifting every single session or increasing the rep every single time you work out. For me, I am working on my performance in calisthenics, in bodyweight training, in my climbing ability, in my dancing ability, my stamina. I have a lot of variables right now that correlates to muscle growth. So I am doing a lot of ring workouts. Now, if you've seen in my other video, I am doing a lot of calisthenics such as ring pull-up, ring muscle-up, ring rows. All these things are also correlated to muscle growth. So if I'm able to increase the amount of reps every single time I work out or increasing amount of volume that I'm doing every single week, that means I'm putting on muscle. It might not seem a lot, like 1 rep every time I do a pull-up, 1 rep every time I do a push-up, but it counts. So yes, weight matters on the scale, but your performance in the gym also correlates to muscle growth. So if you're not seeing the scale move up, but you're increasing the amount of weight and reps that you do every single time you hit the gym, dude, you're on the right track to having a successful bulk. So tip number 3 to making sure that you have a successful bulking season is increasing your cardio or increasing your non-exercise activity. For me, for example, I am walking every single day for 10,000 to 15,000 steps. This allows me to burn around 300 to 400 or 500 calories per day without hurting my muscle gain. If you're able to do this every single day, it's not gonna hurt your gains at all. This is actually gonna minimize the amount of body fat that you put on. So tip number 3 is making sure that you have enough cardio to minimize body fat, and eventually you're gonna just stay lean year round while putting on muscle. So tip number 4 to making sure that you have a successful bulk to put on muscle and to minimize body fat gain is making sure that you have enough rest. I am so guilty of this. I do not get enough rest. I don't give myself a day or two to just recover and just regain all my strength so I can hit another session at full strength. Here's the thing, if you're not resting, that means you're not recovering from your workouts. That means you're not repairing all the muscle tissue that you damaged while you're working out. I am so guilty of this because I would be sleeping 4 to 6 hours every single day and then still working out that same day for 5 to 6 times per week. I would never give myself time to recover, and that is probably the downfall of why I couldn't drop down to 12% body fat. Sleep is so important. It's so overlooked. Like, yes, you should grind, you should do your cardio, you should work out, but sleep is probably one of the biggest things to making muscle gain, to getting lean, to everything. So if you're not getting enough rest, bro, you're not gonna be making gains. So tip number 4 to making sure that you have a successful bulk is to rest as much as possible. My 5th and final tip to making sure that you have a successful bulk is to be patient. I'm gonna tell you this right now. You are not gonna be putting on weight every single week. You're not gonna be making strength gains every single week, every single day. You're not gonna be making significant changes every single session. And that's okay. It takes time. It takes time to build muscle. Cutting is easy. Putting on size takes a long time. Why do you think people stay in a bulking phase for a year or 2 years and then cut for only 16 weeks? Building muscle, building mature muscle takes time. So be patient with it. Have a game plan. If you need to, make sure that you have a program that's gonna work for you. But yeah, those are my 5 tips to making sure that you have a successful bulk. Now, I want you to come along my journey on this bulk, my lean gain phase. I'm gonna be putting on 5 to 10 pounds of fucking lean muscle. Hopefully, if with these tips, I should be able to be successful in my lean bulking phase without putting on a bunch of body fat like when I was in college. So if you are looking to put on some size, let me know down in the comments down below. Or are you trying to get fucking shredded, trying to get cut? Let me know in the comments. And bro, if you like this video, make sure you leave a like for me because that's gonna help the algorithm spread this video out. And bro, we're almost at 300 subs. So if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Bro, I need your help. Let's get to 300. With that being said, I hope you have a great day and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Make them fly when I want them to. Hit you with the red dot, drop her when I aim at you. Tell me where you live, I pull up with all my crew. Running like you know it too, running like you know it too. Butterflies, make them fly when I want them to. Hit you with the red dot, drop her when I aim at you. Tell me where you live, I pull up with all my crew. Tell me what you wanna do, hit you with that 1 and 2. Go and grab the nigga, I've been bout it. If you really wanna try it, yeah. Drop it in my pocket, and that shit ain't got no pilot, yeah. Put him in his place, that nigga step it out of pocket. Man, what the? Hold on a second.